What happens if you make a promise and then you don't fulfill that promise? Especially things to do with the heart. So one of the gentlemen who paid school fees and tuition fees for a lady with hopes that one day in future he's going to marry this lady. So this girl was like, now you know what, I'm educated. You know, this business of comparing, you compare age, now I'm educated, you're too old for me, you are old fashioned. Sometimes you find that the guy didn't go to school and he's not that educated to know, sometimes they speak a lot of English and they're like, oh no, you are not my type. So the gentleman was like, fine, I'll just go to court, sue you, and we see how everything goes. So he went to court, he sued the lady, and the judgment was handed down. The judge said, you either pay him or you go to prison. And the lady failed to pay. Now, this is a very big development because there are so many people who have been scammed. There is a guy I saw, he paid tuition. You know how Makerere can be, it's quite an expensive place. He paid tuition, this girl finished, and on the day of graduation, the girl presented her boyfriend. She presented a different boyfriend. And this guy had been paying tuition fees every semester since the girl joined university until she finished. Some people are so, I don't know how I can make it. Some people are just brave. Imagine, she made him pay for the party. She made him pay for the party. And the guy was like, okay, fine. He did the unspeakable. He hired some goons and they did bad things. That is how heartbroken he was. But there are some girls who use this as an opportunity. You promise someone, I'll marry you if you pay my school fees or if you pay my tuition fees. Educate me. It is an investment. If someone invests in you, they expect some kind of returns. And the returns they are going to get is marriage and probably children. But now, at the end of the contract, you're like, oh, thank you so much. You have been very useful. You have been very supportive. But I don't feel you at my level, so I need to get another person. Bro, these days, we have got a precedent. You decline to be married, that's fine. We will go to court. When someone goes to court, it is okay. The court will decide whether you pay the money, whether you get married to the guy, or you go to prison. Because it is not fair, it is a deal. You knew when you were going into this contract. And in most cases, by the time you join university, because you can't use an excuse that I was young, by the time you join university, you are above 18. And at 18, by law, you are an adult. So you know what you're doing. The only setback would be, especially for men, because I know some men are very cheeky. They usually want to trap girls like by, promising heaven and earth. You're like promising A, B, C, D, and E. Men, don't invest your money in, don't. You are not her father. You leave her. There is a government scheme. There is a government scheme. Let her go and get that money from the government. The government can pay. Or, if she can't access that scheme, let her parents pay for the university. If her parents can't pay for the university, let her go and work. You marry her first. Don't put your money there. I know sometimes you're like, oh, let me just give her because I love her. Feelings are feelings fade. Things change, emotions go, and now reality sets in. Now she's going to court, poor girl, I imagine she had got a job and she had started working. Now I'm also thinking about her parents. They were like, yes, our daughter has finished school. Now she's going to work hard. She's going to be supporting us. And now she's going to what? She's going to prison? But just imagine a 60-plus-year-old. What are you looking for? What are you looking for, bro? And now you're like, yeah, I want it to be a lesson. Thank you for the lesson. But don't invest your money in that. That is a very, 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 very risky investment. How would you get your millions of shillings and you start pouring into a girl who is going to university? She's not your daughter. Let her be your wife first. Let her be your wife first, and then you can invest in more. Because now you have a reason why you are giving her money. You know, this is my wife. I want her to get better in education. I want her to get more qualifications. Maybe build some. But someone, men can joke. But I pray it doesn't happen again, because now men, their eyes are open. And you know, we have been having so many cases of fraud, especially when it comes to relationships, where, for example, if you remember, there is a guy who was sued by his wife, and the wife wanted to take like half of his properties. And the court was like, no, just take curtains. That's what you contributed. Please take curtains. And she was given curtains. And you know, these cases now, they are opening men's eyes. Now, men's are like, yeah, they are coming back to their senses. But also, it is good because it will at least try to prompt parents to start taking care of their girls. There are some parents who really lax, and you're like, you have got this girl, she's above 18, you send her to the world, she goes out, she's supporting herself, she pays her own rent, she pays her own food, she buys her own clothes. You don't even know the job she's doing. You as a parent, though she's an adult, in this climate, in this environment, is it safe? How do you trust another man to care for your daughter when she's not married? And then you question how she got HIV. And then you question why she was hurt. I don't support violence. So, parents should also pick up. Please come and take up your role. Don't let your daughter go before you are sure that she's safe. Otherwise, we are still getting cases where your daughters will be sent to prison because they promised to marry someone and they refused. The other time I saw a video of a girl narrating how the guy went to the witch doctors and they dealt with the girl traditionally. I don't want your daughter to follow suit. Because men these days have lost it. He will feel like I have supported you, and you feel like you want to disappoint me, that's fine. But I'm going to deal with you traditionally, and they will deal with you traditionally. And when I say traditionally, you know what I mean. Someone will go talk to his ancestors, and it's like, you know, Jaja, there is this girl who has done A, B, C, and D. What should I do? And Jaja will be like, don't worry, my grandson, I will go and talk to her. Then your daughter will be there and you will see what will happen. So watch out. And women, watch out. Watch out. These days men have gone astray. I imagine how you go to a traditional doctor and you're like, Jaja, I'm here to report a case. I educated this girl thinking that I'm going to marry her. But when she graduated, she thought I wasn't her class anymore. But she had been consuming my money. She has been giving me requests every week. I have been sending her allowance every month. But now I am stuck. I've made a loss. Bro, every business has got a loss. So the judge is like, yes, Muzukuru, what can I do for you? Jaja, deal with her. You go and pay her a visit. So Jaja will go and visit her. and then you will see her walking naked. Then you will see her talking to herself, having a meeting with her own self, and you don't know what is happening. So be careful. Be careful, munange. Bawalamwe mubere careful. Things are not easy. As the man struggles to get the money, he will not hesitate. That is a piece of advice, my sister. Be careful. My name is Ken. Obere bulungi, mwera batuja kudamu.